So you want to date an earth sign. You are interested in an earth sign and they have caught your attention. Or maybe you are curious. You just want to know more about us. You want to know if you're compatible in terms of friendship, business, dating wise. So in this video, I'm going to be getting into earth signs and what they're like in terms of dating and much more. So welcome to my channel. If you are new, my name is Tiffany, aka Black XS Rose. On this channel, I talk about all things astrology, occult, spirituality, lifestyle, and a lot more. Today, I'm going to be getting into earth signs, all of the earth signs, and what we're like in terms of dating and romance. So, first things first, what are we known for? What are earth signs known for? Well, we are known to be traditional. We're known to be old-fashioned and family-oriented. We are known to be down-to-earth, practical, grounded and stable. We like grounding and stability in life. We are, some people would say, earthly and materialistic. We can be self-conscious and critical. We are, I'm trying to think of what else we have in terms of qualities. We like things organized, and we like to plan things ahead of time, and we can be stubborn and set in our ways. One more. I want to think of something else. I want to do 10. So we can also be in things for the long term. We like long-term longevity and good quality stuff. So when it comes to dating earth signs, I just want to state this. We don't usually rush into relationship. Another quality that I should have spoken about earlier when I was listing all of our qualities, characteristics, we take our time, and we're known to be some of the slowest signs in the zodiac. We are very cautious. Like when you think of someone that's wise, old-fashioned and all that, are they rushing into things? No, they're thinking things through. They're thinking things through before they speak. They're thinking things through before they act or react. We think things over, and we don't just rush into situations or relationships, because, I mean, relationships are sometimes an investment. They're sometimes, a lot of the times, they're like, you need to create time and space for another person in your life. So you don't just rush into things like that, because even when you're with someone, like on a spiritual level, metaphysical level, all of that, it's like you are forming a bond, a connection to this person. You are exchanging energy with this person and all that. So you do need to be particular, because we can't just get along with everyone. We're not supposed to. We're not created to just get along with everybody. We can accept people and, see from their perspectives, but we're not meant to share our energy with like everyone, you know what I mean? And everyone's different. Like some people, like it doesn't really matter. They can just go from relationship to relationship, and even maybe there might be some earth signs that do that. But personally, the earth signs that I know that I've encountered throughout my life don't just go into a relationship, you know, right off the bat, willy-nilly, unless they're in their infantile stage, in a very lower age nature or lower natured stage in their life. So we are very much particular about who we spend our time with and all of that. And especially I'd say earth sign women, because earth sign men and women definitely are different from each other. And earth sign women, I'd say, are more, sometimes we can be more cautious, more reserved. The most adventurous, I'd say, out of all the earth sign women would be Taurus women, because I've had Taurus friends growing up and all that. And you know, compared to Virgo and Capricorn, the Taurus women are definitely more adventurous, and won't take as long, I'd say, to commit and all that, or to form relationships. But you know, Taurus people are very approachable, I find, and they're very easy to get along with and all that. I think that, you know, with Capricorn and Virgo people, Capricorn and Virgo women especially, they can be a bit reserved at first, shy at first, and it's not like we don't like people or anything like that. It's just we're more cautious and we take our time and we want to know, like, if you're safe, if you're like mentally stable, and all this kind of stuff. And we definitely don't rush into relationships. And in this video, you know, if you find it offensive, or you find what I say is offensive, like, you don't have to watch and all that, because I know with astrology people can get really offended sometimes by what people have to say about certain signs, and I'm not going to sugarcoat anything. It's just, it is what it is, you know what I mean? I'm going to keep it real. And also, you know, being an earth sign myself, I know that we're not for everyone, and I know that other earth signs, both Virgo and Taurus, like, we're not meant to be compatible with everyone. We're not meant to date everyone, and certain signs just don't really gel well with us. They don't really get along with us, and that's fine. You know, there's nothing lost at the end of the day. We're just here to learn something new, right? So I like learning about fire signs and air signs, because, you know, I don't feel we're the most compatible, and I haven't had long-lasting relationships with a lot of the fire and air signs. The only signs have been like Aquarius and Aries in terms of like long-term relationships. However, I don't mind listening, you know, from their point of view and from their perspective, because they can just educate me about what their lifestyle is like and what their energy is like, and I can listen and say, okay, that's interesting, you know, I get where you're coming from. So that's what we're doing in this video. Besides the whole tradition thing and us being cautious and taking our time, we're known to be one of the most romantic signs. And once we, you know, establish a connection, a bond with someone, we, in terms of like dating and all that, we can be quite romantic. And, you know, when you think of someone that's like old-fashioned or into oldies and classic stuff, retro, vintage things, they will like the candles. I have a few examples here. They'll like the candles, perfume, incense, essential oil. So we like in terms of like first dates and all that, we would probably go to a restaurant or an art show, art gallery. Some earth signs like Virgo and all that, they might like going to the park and all that. I find that Virgos can be more they don't like gaudy, tacky things, you know. They're more simplistic or minimalists. A lot of Virgos are like minimalists, so you don't have to like overdo, you know, the whole romance thing with Virgos especially. But for Taurus and Capricorn, they will appreciate the romantic gestures. So essential oil, this one is frankincense. It smells really nice. It smells really good. One of the best frankincense I've got. Wow, this is a good one. The last one I got smelled kind of like a bit chemically, like it smelled like chemicals, but this one smells really nice. It says, yeah, so like sometimes I put this in a diffuser kind of thing, diffuser machine, and I add rose essential oil, and myrrh and vanilla. So it's like frankincense, myrrh, rose, vanilla kind of essential oil vapor, which is really nice. But yeah, so you know, like this is also another thing I got recently. These are rose petals. So anything to do with the senses, you know, we like anything to do with the senses. So oil would be like touch and all that, and scent. The candles are like heat, feeling, touch, and then roses are also scent as well. These are rose petals. So, I mean, obviously, you know, you don't have to be extra with it. You can be more simple with it. With the romance stuff, you know, you don't have to go all out and be over the top with it. But we are, to some degree, I'd say we are romantic, you know, and we appreciate those kind of romantic, old-fashioned gestures, both Taurus and Capricorn, and Virgo as well. But I'd say with Virgo, I would be more mindful of like trying not to make the romantic gestures too tacky, because I know Virgos are kind of like some Virgos, the Virgos that I know that have been friends with me, like they're more minimalist kind of people, and they're more like like they live a simple life, the Virgos that I know. So they're not really into the whole over the top extreme romantic gestures, but those are just the Virgos that I know. So maybe there's other Virgos that are different, you know, they could have some Cancer in their chart or something, so they don't really mind. But the Virgos that I know are not like my Taurus friends or my Capricorn friends that like the whole romantic things. The Virgos I know are very simple. Yeah, so besides romance, you know, once it's not tacky, it's good, you know. Don't be too over the top with it, because we're, as earth signs, you know, as earth signs, people can say, you know, we're materialistic and all that, but at the end of the day, we're very down to earth, and we want to feel comfortable around you. So the romance and all this, you know, this essential oil and the nice bed sheets and all that, it's for us to like not feel anxious and just to feel comfortable and down to earth, to feel comfortable within ourselves and to feel comfortable with the people that are around us. So we need to basically create, you know, our own stable environment within ourselves first, of course, because everything starts with you. You need to accept yourself, you need to love yourself first before you can love others. We should already know this by now. Like if we're all IELTS, we should kind of know these concepts and things. So we need to create within our own lives stability and comfort, so that when we're with our partners, you know, we can be comfortable around them. We can be romantic around them. We can treat them nicely as well. You know, it's not just a personal thing. It's not just personal quality. It's something that we are willing to share with the people that are interested in us romantically. So that's why when they say how earth signs are very romantic and all that, it's for a reason, you know, or it's also to create nice experiences with whoever we're interested in or whoever we're dating. So in terms of longevity and long-lasting connections, we prefer to have those kinds of lifelong friends. My best friend, who was a Virgo, we were friends for many, many years in high school, and we were like this. And the only time I'd say that earth earth signs kind of stray away from certain friendships or relationships is if the universe created it, if certain major life changes, cut things off like that. So, for example, you move to a different town, a different neighborhood, move to a different country, you start a new chapter in life, you get married, have a bunch of kids and all that. But usually, like, as earth signs, one thing I notice as with my earth sign friends, we like to stay connected to each other for a long period of time. So if we're like that with our friends, we will want to be like that with our partners. So yes, earth signs can, hook up and they can, do the whole fly by night relationship with people. They can have very like flaky fly by night relationships, but at the core, at the center, when I really like look into it, I know that we like the long-term connections the best, and we like those kinds of friends that are more long-term, you know what I mean, and reliable, stable, and all that, because we like I said before, we like reliable people, and we like stability and grounding. So the friendships that I had, they, with the earth signs, they lasted a very long time, and more than any other zodiac sign, you know what I mean? And the only reason why, we stopped being friends wasn't because of any fighting or any drama. No, it was because of like life circumstance, like moving, starting, like going to school somewhere different, stuff like that. So yeah, we like longevity. And also with our friends, I wanted to point this out, with our friends, like, since we, bring them into our life for the long run, we treat the friend like they're our family, because it's like, it's not just, oh, this is a person that I'm hanging out with. No, once we establish a connection with you and we latch onto you and you latch onto us, we're in it for the long haul. So you become a part of that earth signs like family, like even if you're not a blood relative. Because see, as a traditional sign, as a kind of old-fashioned traditional sign, we like to basically include our friends in our traditions. So if we're having, a family get-together, sometimes some earth signs would invite their close friends. I'm not saying the whole world. The few close friends they have, they will sometimes invite them to the family gatherings, because it's like, well, you're a part of my family now. So it can be like that even with whoever we're dating. But anyway, so yeah, like when we're hanging out with our friends and all that, like they kind of become our family, or we kind of integrate them into our world, into our family or tradition. So you basically become just like another family member, and we crack jokes, we liven up a bit. Sometimes earth signs have a reputation for being stiff and boring or starchy and all that, and I've met earth signs that are quite the opposite. Once you give them a chance and you let them open up, they can light your fire. They can be really goofy, really silly, just be really random. And if you automatically judge them, on the first-hand encounter, and just assume that the earth sign is overly serious, I mean, you don't necessarily know. Because even with Virgo, you'd be surprised how mischievous Virgos can be and all that, and the things they can say, like, quite surprising, quite shocking. But that's because I've gotten to know Virgos for a long period of time, over many years, and they're not as like shy and studious and like reserved as you think they are. Definitely not. But when you first meet them, it can kind of be like that, I guess, or it can You know what I mean? But they're not as shy as you think they are. But yeah. What type of people do earth signs go for? Well, there's not one specific type of person. There's not, one size fits all. It's not like that. I mean, we go for all kinds of people from all different walks of life, all races, all sexual orientations, this, that, the other. But even if like the earth sign lives an alternative lifestyle or has an alternative way of going about things, they're still going to incorporate tradition, and they're still going to incorporate certain kind of old-fashioned things into their life, or vintage or whatnot. It could be like how they dress, it could be their spirituality, their faith, it could be many different things. So but earth signs, basically, we do go for all kinds of people, but I noticed that, with the genders, it will be different. Like for earth sign men, they tend to go for women that are sometimes more creative than them, or more just out there, because some earth sign men can be very old-fashioned or a bit serious, a bit like business-minded men. So they would probably go for a female that's more creative or artistic. Now, if the earth sign man is very traditional and very earthly to the point where he wants someone that's not very artistic or artsy, he will probably go for a woman that exhibits a lot of earthly traits, a lot of she's very grounded, she has, a nice career and all that, she is family oriented, she is traditional and practical. He might go for someone like that, especially if he wants to settle down and have a family. If the earth sign man is very much in a kind of infantile stage, or likes to date around, and he likes to have multiple relationships, multiple partners and all that, then he's going to be basically open to anybody. Everybody and anybody. So it really depends on the earth sign man, but because not all earth sign men are the same, and earth sign men are definitely attracted to beautiful women, beautiful females, and females that take care of themselves as well, that watch what they eat. They like women that, when an earth sign man is choosing a woman, it's like they want to see her fit into their lifestyle, fit into their life and their lifestyle, and make sure the compatibility is good and all that. So they're going to be asking questions and stuff on dates to see if the female's going to be compatible with them, and they'll also want to get a sense of how long term they could see things going and all this, what the female wants out of a relationship. They're going to ask the female what she's looking for and all that, and they can be quite romantic as well, especially Capricorn and Taurus men definitely can be quite charming and quite romantic, and really do everything to please you and all that. But that doesn't mean they're perfect or anything, but they can be like that, with their partners and all that. And Capricorn men, they like to be in control a lot. They like to be the one planning things and organizing things. So they will want to set a nice tone and set a nice scene for their partner, especially when they first meet them and all that. So yeah, earth sign women, when it comes to dating, We're different from the men, of course. We're different from the men. We will be more reserved than the men. Definitely more reserved. Now, like I said, I find Taurus women are a bit more easygoing compared to Capricorn and Virgo. But once you make the Capricorn and you make the Virgo feel comfortable around you, or make them just make them feel comfortable and, be down to earth with them, be real with them, then they're gonna like let their guard down. They're gonna be more easygoing with you and all that. But sometimes it could be the Capricorn or the Virgo's own internal issue that they need to work on, with like letting their guard down more, not taking things too seriously, not being very analytical, just enjoying the moment, So that can be the Capricorn and Virgo's own internal problem that they need to work on. But if you're understanding about it and you like communicate that you're understanding about their insecurities, that can help them actually open up to you if you're interested in them and all that, and you're on a date. So I think since we're traditional signs, we like to meet people through other people as well. So a lot of the earth signs I know, like when it comes to dating, I usually ask my earth sign friends, oh, how did you meet your boyfriend? How did you meet your spouse, your husband? Well, like, did somebody set you up, or what happened? So sometimes the date and the outing might have been arranged by someone else. It could have been arranged by their friend, and the friend wanted to introduce their Taurus girlfriend to this guy, and or it could be this thing where they do a matchmaker. They get a matchmaker to find someone for them, or the family introduces the Taurus female to this guy that's around her age or something like that. So, earth signs sometimes like a point of reference, and since they're more traditional, they can be like that. Not all earth signs, because obviously in this day and age, people meet each other through social media, they meet each other online. But I do notice with my earth sign friends, they actually meet people through other people a lot of the time. So it's like they have a point of reference. They like the person basically knows this person. They're not like a serial killer or anything like that. So they kind of have a point of reference, or someone who they're comfortable with, that they know, that introduces them to somebody, like a romantic interest and all that. So it's like, it doesn't happen with all the earth signs, but I think some earth signs like that, because we're known to be like anxious, or we're known to be critical and all that. So some of the earth signs can be like that, and it's not, we can't help it sometimes, just that's how we are. So I think that's good for shy earth signs, or earth signs that are more self-critical. They might feel more comfortable when someone else introduces them to a romantic interest or partner, and it might work out better that way, you know what I mean, than a complete stranger that they don't know. So especially like with my Virgo friends and all that, like I would probably, if I was sitting down with a Virgo, one of my Virgo friends, and saying, hey, do you want to go out with this person or whatnot, I would try to like actually find someone I know and introduce them to the Virgo, instead of just like a complete stranger, a random person, because I don't think my Virgo friend would be comfortable being with this strange person that they don't know. I mean, it could work out, because hey, I mean, some people just meet each other at the convenience store, and next thing you know, 5 months later, they're happily married and there's a baby on the way. So I mean, it could work out. But I'm just saying, as like a cautious sign that likes to take their time, that's sometimes more traditional, and all this kind of stuff, you know, having a point of reference can definitely go a long way. It can make the earth sign feel more comfortable, make the Virgo feel more comfortable, and just it seems more grounded and stable in a sense, you know, even if it might not be, you know, it's still kind of spontaneous, but it's still kind of planned out because see, it's like you're planning it, you're organizing it for your friend, and as earth signs, we appreciate things that are planned out and organized in detail and all this kind of stuff. So we will appreciate that, you know. The Virgo would appreciate that if I went through the trouble of, you know, finding someone nice for them. So yeah, so sometimes, you know, the earth signs will introduce you to the family and all that. Like if they really like you and they've been dating you for a while, like long term, they will definitely be the type that will introduce you to the family or mention you to the family. And if you become like a friend of the earth sign and all that, like you're basically like family to us, you know. You're basically like, that's like the close friendships that we have. Like you're basically part of the family, you know what I mean? So we will really open up to you, like when we're having conversations and all that. We'll be there for you as well, like when you're going through your trials and tribulations and your own relationship problems and issues and all that. We'll be there for you and listen to you, because we like listening to people as well. Like, I know I'm talking a lot, but earth signs are very observant. Earth signs are very observant, so we like to observe things and listen to other people and hear what they have to say and hear about their own opinions and their own views on things. So one of the ways you can tell like if an earth sign likes you is they'll be like observing. They'll be like they'll be studying you. They'll be like watching to see what you're doing, and that's a sign that an earth sign likes you. Like if they're like sneaking glances at you, if they point out certain things that you've done, they'll be like, oh, I saw you did this. Oh, that's really cool. That's really interesting. You know, that's a sign that they're kind of interested in you. Obviously we can be a bit shy sometimes. I think the earth sign men are not, they can be shy, but not as shy as the females. Like earth sign females can be a bit shy, so they're not gonna really we're not like, I don't think earth sign women are quick to approach men. Maybe Taurus women, but like I think we're more shy like when it comes to approaching men. But earth sign men, on the other hand, Virgo men can be shy. But Taurus and Capricorn men, not that shy. You know, they're very ambitious and go-getters. So they can very much just approach any female if they're up for it. They can do that. But earth sign females do have like shyness and all that. You know, like, oh, I don't know, like, you know, they're kind of nervous and all that, or anxious. But another sign that an earth sign likes you or is interested in you is they will compliment you a lot. And like when it comes to your achievements, when it comes to how you do things, when it comes to your appearance or lifestyle, whatever it is, like it doesn't really matter. They will give you a lot of compliments, and especially when they notice you have done something really significant or something really amazing or and all that. So they'll give you compliments. They will be helpful with you. They will want to help you. Like Virgos like to help people, you know. They're known to serve and all that. And that doesn't mean, oh, I'm just gonna like make a bunch of things for you. No. They just like to be helpful. They like to help the people that they love and appreciate. They will basically show the appreciation for these people by helping them with whatever it is that they want help with. And with Capricorn and Taurus, they will also be helpful. They will provide support, you know, with like the people that they're really close with and connected to, or the people that they really like. So if you notice that this earth sign is being very helpful towards you, helping you do a lot of things or helping you achieve a lot of things, then that can be a sign that they're interested in you. Now, it's difficult to know sometimes, like if it's just, like some people might say, oh, well, that's just them being helpful and all that. But there will be other signs too besides that, like more flirtatious signs and all that, to tell, like if, where you can tell if the earth sign is being more kind of romantic and all that, and not just like platonic friendships. So, you know, we can be quite, in terms of flirting, we can be quite mysterious, seductive, sensual, mentally stimulating, stuff like that. But you'll kind of understand that when you're interacting with the earth sign. You'll kind of know, like, if the earth sign is being, flirty and all that. They'll kind of be like this. They'll be like observing you. They'll be like, oh, really? Oh, that's interesting. That's interesting. They'll be like, oh, so tell me more about that project you were working on. I don't know. Like, I don't know, but they'll kind of be like observing you. Like, you'll know an earth sign likes you. Like, you'll know an earth sign is intrigued and interested in you when they're like observing you and they're like looking at you, like deep into you. And I find Taurus people can be serious. Like, when they like you, they'll be like, so, let's do this. Let's go here and let's do this and all that. But yeah, and I don't find Taurus people to be shy and all that. I don't find them to be as shy as Capricorn and Virgo. But yeah, they can definitely crack a lot of jokes and have a good time with you, and they're very down to earth and very chill. And conversation wise, conversations with earth signs are really good and really fun. Now, if you find earth signs to be stuck in a routine, because sometimes people say with earth signs we can be stuck in a routine, we can be stuck doing the same thing round and round again, because it's like, oh, I don't want to break out of the stability and all that. Maybe suggest, oh, let's do something different this time, and make sure and tell the earth sign, like, I have a plan for it and it's going to be organized this way, so that they won't feel like the world's falling apart and all that. You know what I mean? Just say, oh, like, I planned this out. It's a bit different, but you're going to like it. And this is what we're going to do, So tell them the plan, and you don't have to reveal everything, but give them some kind of reassurance and confidence that you got it together, that you can handle it. You know what I mean? Because we don't want to see you fall down, or see you fall down and your plans fall through the cracks. We want you to achieve whatever it is you want to achieve, and make sure that you can follow through with that plan that you had organized. So just kind of explain to us, if you're tired of doing the same thing round and around again, let us know, because we don't necessarily notice that we repeat things. Like, as an earth sign, we don't notice that we're kind of stuck in a routine, or we're repeating things over and over again, or we have a certain lifestyle and ways of living that is just like consistent all the time. Now, I have Aquarius and Pisces, so that shakes things up with me as an earth sign, and I do change my routine a lot, but not every earth sign is like me, honey. So you need to, because I notice even with the earth signs I know in my family, they can sometimes repeat things, and I notice the repetition and breaking it up. When you try to break it up, they're like, don't touch it, like, don't break it, don't move it, just don't. So just be mindful and be careful of that, because that is something that kind of can get on people's nerves, or something. That's a trait that people don't like with signs. Like, oh my god, they're so doing the same thing round and round again, and they're stuck in their ways. It can be stubborn. We can be stubborn. really stubborn and stuck in our ways. So just realize that that's a trait that we have, and sometimes, you know, we don't even realize that we're doing it. It's just it's just part of us. We don't even notice. But if you suggest an alternative, just say, hey, I planned it out this way, and let's just try something new. Sometimes it can be difficult, you know, with Taurus people, you know, to change their mind and all that. But Capricorn can be convinced once you have some reasons and some facts to back up what you're saying, and how it will be beneficial to change things, then the Capricorn will be more swayed. And the Virgo, make sure for Virgo you have a lot of facts and evidence to prove that the change is necessary and it will be beneficial. But with Taurus, sometimes you really have to, it's like pulling teeth, but it can happen. Like, it can work out, you know, you can change the Taurus's routine if you want, but you'll have to explain things to them as well. So I hope you enjoy this video. I've covered basically everything. You know, don't be too tacky with the romance and all that. But do be romantic, because we definitely like that. We're very romantic and sensual, and you know, Taurus people really like the nice fabrics, the silks, the faux fur, fake fur, plush, lavish, nice environments and all that. Champagne, and you know, you don't have to do it every day, every weekend, whatnot. You can just do it once in a while, you know, have the nice kind of dinner, candlelit dinner, and play some nice R&B music. We like I love R&B, and a lot of Capricorns, in terms of like in the music industry and all that, are R&B singers. So Sade, they're either like R&B or soul, like soul music. So Sade, Alia was a Capricorn, Alia, and you know, she's dead and all that. Rest in power. But you know, her music was also R&B. So, you know, play the nice R&B, the slow music. We like that R&B music. We like that slow music, because when things are slow and all that, and the vibe is a bit more relaxed and chill and down to earth, then you'll see us like break out of the whole seriousness or the whole kind of sternness or whatnot. We can relax more. We can feel at ease. We can feel like we can just be ourselves around you. So the whole like R&B music, the chill music, slow dancing, that really sets the tone for things, you know, and it's a good way to help the earth sign feel relaxed and feel good. And it's also, it can be romantic as well. So yeah, so maybe after listening to this, you might be even more interested. Maybe you might be very turned off by us, because you're like, wait a second, I'm very impulsive. I like to, like, I'm straight up. Like, if I like someone, I'm not gonna beat around the bush. I'm gonna let them know. I'm not gonna beat around the bush. If I like you, I like you, you know. But there's nothing wrong with that, you know. That's just how you are, you know what I mean? And like I said before, we're not meant to just be compatible with everyone and get along with everyone, date everyone. So, I mean, it's up to you. Like, you can approach an earth sign however you want to approach them. But I hope the tips that I shared are helpful. We're, like I said before, we're like slow moving signs and all that. So you don't want to just rush things and, hey, let's do this, let's do that. Oh my God. Blah, blah. Like, when you come at an earth sign, like, really direct and like in your face, without establishing a connection and establishing kind of like repertoire and easing your way into things, it can be too shocking for us. And I'm just being honest, you know, it shocks us and surprises us in a negative way. So just think things through before you go into the relationship with the earth sign, because we also like people that have a bit of self-control to them, because we ourselves are self-controlled. We don't just jump into things and, oh, everyone's going here, so we're gonna follow. No, we're gonna think it through, and we're going to assess and watch and observe and see how it's going. And if we notice that it's beneficial, then we'll do it. But if it's not, then we're not going to pursue it. So if you want to gel well with us or be compatible with us, or you feel like you're compatible, just be aware of those things, and think things through before you speak. Because we will notice if you have that trait or that quality within you. We'll notice if you're very impulsive, and some signs can be very impulsive. They'll just blurt out how they feel. They'll blurt out, in the moment, and that's just who they are. They can't help it. That's who they are at the end of the day, and we realize that. But just know that sometimes we're not really like that unless we have a lot of maybe Aries in our chart, or we have a lot of Gemini or Scorpio in our chart. We're not just gonna blurt out how we feel and all that. It's like we feel things internally. As earth signs, we feel things internally. And if you want us to like express how we feel in terms of emotion and all that, you're gonna have to communicate that you want, and make it known that you want us to express ourselves more emotionally. You're gonna have to tell us. We're not, how are we supposed to just guess that? You need to like say, hey, how you doing, how you feeling, and then we can tell you how we're feeling. Don't just assume, oh, I see, look at your face, like, you're pissed off, aren't you? Like, oh, she's just pissed off, oh, she's just having a shit day, or she's in a shitty mood, isn't she? But the earth sign could just be very concentrated on a task or something, so you don't know how the earth sign feels. Ask them how they feel, communicate it with them, you know what I mean? Don't just assume that we're pissed off, or no, just like ask the earth sign, oh, like, what's going on, what's up with you, how are things going, you know what I mean? Because sometimes we can just look serious because we're focused on whatever task or thing we're doing. It's not that we're like having a shit time or anything like that. So just communicate and talk to us about things and all of that. So I hope that these tips are beneficial and are helpful, the tips that I shared, so that you know how to set the tone for the relationship with an earth sign. So I hope you enjoyed it. Feel free to check out my other astrology videos on my channel. And if you want to connect with me on social media, my Instagram name is blackxsrose. That is blackxsrose. Stay safe, stay well and happy, and I will see you in the next one.